The Lord of the Rings. Battle games in Middle-earth. Recreate the battle scenes.
With all the models painted up, all the terrain painted up, we're ready to move on to the battle game. In this one, we'll be doing the Last Alliance. In the days preceding the final defeat of Sauron, a small band of goblins made a daring attempt to break through the lines of men and elves. Their goal was clear, to bring in reinforcements and strike at the rear of the combined forces of men and elves. The fate of Middle-earth hung in the balance as this pivotal encounter unfolded. Turn 1. The battlefield was set, the forces of good and evil advancing on each other. The elven archers took aim at the goblin archers, hoping to thin their ranks early. With arrows loosed, they stuck true, felling one of the goblin archers. The goblins retaliated with a volley of their own, and their arrows fell wide. Turn 2, and evil seizes priority. Both armies advanced closer, the tension mounting. The goblin archers targeted the elven swordsmen, missing their shots once more. The elven archers shifted their attention to the closest group of goblin spearmen, eliminating another goblin from a distance. Turn 3, and good wins priority again. Buoyed by their early success, the forces of good charged headlong into the goblin lines. Engaged in combat, there was no choice but to fight. All participants knew that a single misstep could tip the scales. In these brutal encounters, all sides were wounded on 5s, but the superior fighting skill of men and elves gave them the edge. Goblins won the first skirmish but failed to inflict harm. However, they stuck a deadly blow in the second fight. The elves retaliated, eliminating another goblin archer. Meanwhile, 4 men of Númenor faced off against 4 goblin shields. Winning all the fights but failing to wound their opponents. The elven bowmen, their skills evident, joined the melee, dispatching the first goblin in close combat. Though the goblins claimed 2 victories, their blows failed to cause any mortal wounds. In turn 4, with priority again favouring the forces of good, they engaged all the goblins, pressing their advantage. More goblins fell, victims of the relentless assault. The men of Númenor renewed their battle against the goblin shields. And succeeded in taking one of them down. The elven archers, still displaying their prowess, engaged in close combat, besting the goblins in both fights and eliminating both spear-wielding foes. Turn 5, the goblins desperately retreat. In a bid to escape, the goblins claim priority on this turn, their numbers dwindling to 4. However, the forces of good, sensing victory within their grasp, swiftly hunted them down, engaging all but one of the fleeing goblins. The goblins' plight was dire. Another goblin archer fell under their relentless assault. The men of Númenor triumphed in their fight, but neither managed to wound their adversary. In a surprising twist, one desperate goblin managed to win a fight against the elves, but failed to land a decisive blow. Turn 6, final stand. With priority firmly in the hands of the forces of good, they closed in, completely surrounding the last remaining goblins. The men of Númenor and the High Elves joined forces. Eliminating 2 more goblins. Surrounded by these heroes, the lone goblin had no chance, and his fate was sealed. In a decisive victory, the forces of good emerged triumphant in a desperate encounter. A small band of goblins had posed a threat, but the bravery and skill of men and elves prevailed, ensuring that Middle-earth remained safe for another day.